Welcome everybody to another episode of the Monday Nitro Party. It's been a while, man.
Yeah, man.
It's been a while since we've been over here. I'm one of your hosts, Jonas Barnes, and got our other host over here, Josh Alba. What's up, man?
Hey, the fuck is popping? It's
How you
great.
doing?
Everything is great. How you doing? Everything is great. Life is beautiful. I'm happy to be here. We're all doing our best.
You are so sunshiny right now. Just everything's great. It's just
Uh,
awesome.
yeah.
Actually, the reason that we
Until
haven't been on the air is literally because I had to go to a fucking memorial like in
yeah.
in California, and he's just
Yeah.
like, "I love life." Like,
I'm trying to be as positive as I can right
Jesus
now.
Christ, you're like the fucking sun from the Teletubbies. Like you're just that, like that sun baby face. Just sunshine and kittens. Oh my god.
I wish.
Yeah. No, dude,
Everyone
it's
look at
we haven't been back because life has been happening,
yeah,
and
shit's been happening.
yeah, it's been a weird time for
Yeah.
everybody. I mean, like it's been crazy. Also because of holidays and shit like that, we
Mhm.
got a lot of Jews in this business. So they
Yeah, we
were
do.
a lot of Jewish
God.
holidays. So
There's so
uh,
many.
yeah, so people were taking time off. I
Mhm.
in my day job, my boss is Jewish, so when she takes off the holidays, the entire company takes off the holidays. So it's just like,
Jeez.
yeah, it's like, all right. So,
And she
shit's
doesn't pay
been,
you.
yeah, of course. Yeah, get paid
Hmm.
for it and everything, which is
Oh,
awesome.
you do get paid for it.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, she wouldn't do that. She rules. But yeah,
Awesome.
so like shit's been going down and I've had stuff going on, you've had stuff going on. The world has been the world, but wrestling has not stopped. There's
Yeah,
been
it's
a
kept
lot of
going.
wrestling.
Hmm.
And this one we figured we'd jump into this one because we literally just got done watching Night of Champions in the
Yeah.
blood-soaked sands of
We're
Saudi
terrible.
Arabia.
We're terrible people for watching this
I know,
show.
horrible.
Fucking
We're the worst.
fucking idiots.
I know.
Fucking hate people like that. They're the worst.
It is funny
Just
on
so,
Twitter every time you go on
let's
there now,
talk
like,
about that. Yeah, let's talk
yeah,
about that real quick. People who like to say, "No, you watch this, you fucking kill babies." Like, shut
like
up. Like nobody.
no, okay,
It's the
first of
dumbest thing
all,
in the world.
they kill babies, but only the
Yeah,
gay ones. Like
it's not.
that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's you
And
you need to be
apparently
directing that to Saudi Arabia, not us.
Jesus Christ.
I
Yeah,
know it's
but
immediately
just
dark, but listen, I'm sorry. That's why people shit
dude,
on it. But
those
you know
people
what?
fucking suck.
They
They're the
do.
worst.
They absolutely do. Like if you go on Twitter right now, literally, if you go on Twitter right now, you're gonna see a
Yeah.
bunch of people that are like, "Oh, I even forgot that the Saudi Arabia show was on today. I'm cool." Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You knew the
You're
show was
alone.
on.
You're
You're a
doing
liar.
chores alone, sad, probably gonna get a fucking Little Caesars pizza and
No,
wake up in
don't.
the middle of
That's
the night
rude.
because of your acid reflux.
It's rude. Don't
Fucking
do that to
see,
Little
because I've
Caesars.
I've went through this, so
I
that's why
have.
I'm
Yeah,
wishing this on other. Yeah.
I have. Little Caesars actually doesn't even have flavors. It's just like they should have a pizza that is like their extra most bestest Prilosec pizza. Like
Yeah.
that's what they should have. It's so gross, and
every
it's like
every
made of heartburn.
Yeah, every time I ate Little Caesars, it tastes like you shouldn't have ate this. That's
Yeah, it's
what it
bad.
tastes like.
It tastes like a mistake. It actually tastes like your doctor's phone number. Like, why are you just not? You should be calling him right now, or her. Like, you should call your
It tastes
doctor.
if you eat it enough, it starts to taste like hospice.
Oh God, so bad. If there was somebody dying in the hospital and you had to like bring them food from the outside world, if you brought them Little Caesars, they would just be like, just turn the fucking machine off. Like, just let me go. I'm not gonna eat that.
What the fuck? Just like
It's so
that.
bad.
I went through
Ugh.
COVID. I'm not dealing with this shit. You deserve it.
How has Little Caesar survived the entire everything? How has it survived it? Like
Oh,
fucking the racist Papa John guy, he's gone. Papa John's is still there. It's not good, but it's still there. Little Caesars doesn't even fucking like Little Caesars
you
gives
know,
the least amount of a fuck about their product. They're just like it's fucking hot. Like like all right.
you know what? The last 3 years has made a lot of sad people, so I kind of understand why
Ugh.
they're still around.
Yeah.
So
But we just got done watching Night of Champions and it was here's the thing about those events. I've talked to my friends about this. I've talked to you about this, Josh.
yeah,
Morally, I don't like that they do those shows just
of
because
course,
there's like I don't like a company that I watch or that I enjoy giving money to a country that does the things that they do. So like
right.
that is like kind of a moral thing, but then also at the other hand of it, unfortunately, I also don't give a shit about that country really. Like so it like I
No,
that's not really it shouldn't be that way for me. Like I should have some empathy towards it, but I don't. So there's both sides of that, but I still watch the shows. Like I'm
right.
still gonna watch them. Like
It's
it's
fucking
just
wrestling.
yeah, I'm still gonna
You
watch them.
know. Only thing XPW. I'm not fucking with that. That's
I
the
don't
only
even mention their
exception.
name anymore. Like it's
Yeah.
just
But
um
that's the thing. Like, it's just it's so annoying. Yeah. Who agree? No one obviously agrees with what Saudi Arabia is doing. A lot of us believe all this whole thing about like, oh look, we have roller coasters and all this shit. Like, look at us. It's all bullshit. We don't care for that. I don't even care
no.
about just Saudi Arabia. The only thing I care about is watching the show and we're moving on from it. The only cool
Right.
thing that I guess about Saudi, being the show being in Jeddah was the fact that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens they were there for the first time, and Sami got to go to the Mecca during Ramadan month, and that was
Yeah.
pretty dope.
And Mustafa Ali got to do the same thing, which was
Yeah,
cool.
Mustafa Ali.
And here's the thing,
That was great.
that was dope. And like
Mhm.
also, I'm not going to give anybody shit for watching these Saudi Arabia shows. Just like I'm not going to give anybody shit for watching shows that are in Florida or shows that
Yeah.
are in fucking like insert shitty state here. Like
Hmm.
there's a lot of states in our own country that do some very shitty fucked up things that we do shows in all the time. All right, so
Hmm.
like get off your
Texas.
fucking high horse. Like it is what
Yeah.
it is. And again, positive things do come out of it, like the Sami Zayn thing, the Mustafa Ali thing, and also the fact that women are even allowed to perform. I hate saying
Hmm.
that word. The fact that women are performing on this show and have been performing on the shows is a big deal for Saudi Arabia. Like,
Hmm.
of course, they can't show more skin than their head, hands, and not even their feet, their head and hands. But weird, whatever. I get it. Like it's a step in the right direction. Like so,
Yeah.
I do like that. I do like that there are little girls in the crowd that can see these women performing and be like, you know what? Maybe I can fucking do that someday. Like so,
Exactly.
there's totally cool shit that like is happening because of it. So I'm down with that.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
if it like, chips away at the armor a little bit and continues to go in that direction, great. If
Yeah.
that's cool.
God forbid you see the positives that come out of this.
Right. And
Fucking.
also listen,
Anyways.
they've thrown zero homosexual wrestlers off of any roofs. So like that has not
No,
happened. So that's good.
not one.
We've had no incidents like that. I think also aside from the plane ride from hell, part two, we'll call that part two
Hmm.
since this is a second plane ride from hell.
Yeah.
Aside from that, and that was like the first year. Aside from that, there hasn't really been any issues.
Nope.
I think the only one that really got fucked this time was Natalia. Holy shit.
Jesus
She took a
Christ.
19-hour or whatever it was flight on her birthday, and she got squashed in like 45 seconds.
I don't understand. I
Oh my
I don't
god.
understand. I'm not like. I mean, yeah, I don't understand what was that about. I don't get it. The
Like,
match
were
was
they
very
running out of
quick.
time? Like, maybe.
Yeah, I guess maybe because this is so soon. Maybe we'll find out the reason why. I don't know. Yeah, somebody had to get on a plane or some bullshit. I don't know. But that was just. I hope she was okay with that. Like,
Dude, she got
unless.
like fucking steamrolled. Like,
Hmm.
that's literally the only person I felt sorry for in this whole event was her.
Yep.
Natalia, man, she's been around for a while in WWE. She's been put through some shit, and that I love Rhea Ripley. I love Rhea Ripley. I would
Oh
fucking
yeah.
I'll stab a baby for Rhea Ripley. I don't care.
Oh
But
yeah.
like
I'll stab
like
two babies.
but she came in, she did like three moves, hit her with the what the fuck is it called? Her finisher. I don't know. The one where she curls them up and gives me horny dreams. Whatever it is.
Yes.
The stack up dominatrix pin.
Yes.
But
Very
yeah, she
technical.
did that, fucking nailed it. It was the end of it. And so the only thing I can think of is if it wasn't planned that way, it was because the show was running late because it went like 15 minutes over the 3 hour mark, and I think they were kind of trying to keep it in like the 3 hours.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
But let's run down the card, go through it just from
yeah,
match to
man.
match. First one we got was the new second place world championship for
Mhm.
between Seth Rollins
Third
and
place.
it is technically third place. One of
When you
those
think
is
about
going to
it.
get absorbed. I'm sure.
It'd be so funny.
Yeah.
He just has like belts into his body,
Yeah,
just like welded,
just like
just walking
soaks
around
into
in
him.
pain. This hurts so
Yeah.
much. Nah.
Yeah.
um,
No, so that one was AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. You said you were a little let
I was,
down by that one.
I was expecting it to be this like amazing 5-star match for the belt. That was probably on me, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, they're both amazing workers,
There
so
was yeah, I mean the whole match was great. There was certain parts in the match where I was like, huh? Like for example, stomp to the hand. I kind of like chuckled at that part.
that totally
I was
felt
like,
like he was
what?
just like, oh shit, his head's too close to the mat. I'm gonna stomp on
Yeah.
the hand. Like,
Even if we were like thinking in our heads, like, okay, what do I need to do right now to win this match?
right,
I'm gonna run towards him and stomp his hand. So I was just
right.
like, huh?
The way,
Like,
okay, so here's the reason I think that that was an ad lib is because AJ Styles' head was close to the mat. And also, when Seth Rollins did it, AJ Styles' reaction to it was not the reaction that you would have if you just got your hand stomped on,
uh-huh.
because you're not really going to stomp on his hand. So, like, he kind of
No.
looked up at him like, the fuck was that? Like, and then he just like, and then
Yeah.
he shook his hand like, oh yeah, you stomped on my hand, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, but Seth
Didn't feel it.
Rollins, yeah, so Seth Rollins took the championship on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the plan altogether, and I think it was a good choice. I love AJ Styles, but I think Seth Rollins is the one that should have taken it.
Honestly, I would have been either or. I would have been happy with AJ winning the belt. There was all these things coming out with Seth going, oh, he has to leave right away and film the movie that he's in. And I was thinking, okay, maybe AJ might be winning this. Yeah, I'll be cool with that for a little bit, and then they have a
Sure.
rematch at SummerSlam, whatever. Um, to me, honestly, what kind of gave it away also with Seth, even if you don't look at internet at all,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that gave it away was for me was like Seth's tights. They were
Oh yeah,
kind
yeah,
of they looked like they were meant to like, oh, this belt's gonna look good on
yeah.
me.
Right,
I'm gonna
right,
make
right.
sure, it kind of looked like he got those tights made for the belt in a way. So
Kind of like
yeah,
it's kind of like the Rick Rude thing when Ravishing Rick Rude would
yeah,
always get the belt on his tights when he was like either going to win or he has already won.
yeah, sorta. It was just like
Yeah,
the color scheme all
sure.
around. Kind of was like, yeah, I think Seth's definitely taking this, but yeah, I thought it was gonna be a more intense match, but it was still a good match. I liked
It
it. It
was
was
solid.
cool.
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
match. So that one was good. And it made sense for them to start out with that one because if you're gonna bookend it, like bookend it, like I think that's kind of what they should do with the pay per view big event things anyway. Is that they should have
Mm-hmm.
like one match in the beginning at the start of the show that would have technically been kind of like a main event thing, and then also have a main event on the end of it so that you can just fill the middle with whatever the fuck.
Right.
So after that, the next match was I'm probably gonna have the order all wrong on these. Um, so the next match was it Bianca and Oscar?
I don't think so, but let's talk about it.
All right. So Bianca and Oscar,
I might be wrong,
um,
but
yeah, it's probably wrong, but
yeah,
we'll get
whatever.
through all the matches. Bianca and Oscar, Oscar took it home. She took the title, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too shocked on because I think they were gonna be doing the title switch thing because of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So with Oscar being on Raw, that makes sense that she's taking that title right now. Um,
Right.
but also Oscar fucking rules, and like Bianca's had the title for a long time, and she was kind of running out of challengers. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and Evil Oscar is for sure my favorite Oscar.
Yeah, man. I can't wait for to see what happens with her this next title reign because I feel like they've been. I kind of mentioned this before. I feel like we've been getting Oscar. We've been getting Kana light for a long time now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think they're finally going. Okay, Vince is gone. Let's turn it up with her
Right,
and give everybody what she can. I wouldn't say 100% could do, but like a way better presentation and also her match fight style.
right,
I think we're gonna see some good shit coming with her. I'm excited that she's champ. Um, Fuck them little girls. I don't care about those little girls. No, I'm kidding. That was terrible to say.
fuck
Um,
them.
I know,
Fuck
but
them
yeah,
kids.
yeah. Basically, fuck them kids is the message of today. Those kids are dumb. No, but
um,
yeah. I'm excited for that.
And it was a good match. Like it was for sure a good match. And by the way, real quick, just so
Yeah.
we're not keeping the fourth wall up here. I need to apologize for Brooklyn playing a fucking Atlantic City, New Jersey DJ set behind me just a minute ago there when you were talking. There was a fucking ambulance or something outside of my house that was just like, I'm gonna stop right here and make all of the different woo-woo noises. Like fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good match. They always put on a good match. Oscar, I
Mhm.
think, is one of those talents that like even if she's in a shitty match, it's still not a shitty match. Like it's still a good match. And this one
Yeah.
I think was pretty high up there. Like for what it was. It was pretty high up
Mhm.
there. It was a good match. It was a fun match.
Yeah.
Um, and I think the right person won.
Mhm. I was okay with
Um,
it. I
the
think
next
what was next, sorry, I just wanted to mention this. The next, I think it was
Becky and Trish,
Becky.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Becky and Trish was the card.
That one kind of shocked me actually.
Yeah.
It kind of surprised me. Well, here's why it surprised me. Um, I love Trish. I've always
Mhm.
been a fan of Trish. Her coming back was like cool for a one-off. And then I was kind of like, all right, like why the fuck is she still here? And
Mhm.
like her promos for the last few weeks have been dog shit. So I was like, oh, like
Yeah, she was just like mimicking her
yeah.
old promos. And it's
So I
like,
was kind of like, all right, like I hope this match is, is solid. And the
Mhm.
match was really good. Like
Yeah, it was
it
fun.
was a really fucking good match.
It was not only fun, but also there was times I caught Trish. It looked like she was smiling, not because she was hurting Becky, because she was just having fun.
It looked like she
Like
was
that was
smiling
the
because
vibe.
she's part of the thing like I was talking about before with women
Yeah,
being able to perform in Saudi Arabia.
that.
It's a fucking big deal, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, so that was definitely fun to watch. Um, yeah, I enjoyed the match. The Zoe Stark thing was interesting.
Didn't
She
expect it.
fucking she fucking busted Becky's face.
Yeah,
Um,
what's I don't know what her finishing move is called, but it's basically a feast your eyes. Like for the most
yeah.
part, it's basically that. It's a backdrop that gets looped looped into a fucking go to sleep. Like, and
Hmm.
it's a good move. Like, it's a
Yeah,
fucking
I
great
like it.
finisher. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not the biggest fan of Zoe Stark, but I'm not like not a fan. Like, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, I'm kind of just meh on her. Like, I don't really give a shit too much,
Yeah.
but her inclusion in it made me give a shit more. Like,
Hmm.
now I'm actually kind of interested in whatever she's gonna do. Like,
Hmm.
clearly Trish is still gonna be around because Trish won the match. So Trish is clearly still going to be around. Zoe Stark is now in with her. So like Trish might actually be around for a while, maybe as a manager. Um,
Right.
as like mostly a manager. And I like that pairing because like I said, Zoe is really good in the ring. I've never had any issues with that. Like even in NXT, she's fucking great in the ring.
Yeah.
But in NXT, she's kind of had the charisma of a sock, like she's like, all right, but like a cool sock that you would get from Happy Socks, like a
Yeah.
good one, not a sponsor, but like they have great socks. Like and you put Trish in there as like a mouthpiece and like a corner woman, then I think you could really do some big things with Zoe Stark because she's got
Hmm.
a look, she's got the skill, she's got all the things. Just let it marinate for a little bit more, and she'll turn into a fucking killer.
Yeah, I think the whole match was just to set up her being up in the Raw roster, and we'll probably see Trish more as just like her manager.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see a thing maybe with Becky, and that'll blow off and take it from there. I guess
Yeah.
it was good. It was definitely the match where I didn't care, like you said with the build. I didn't care. Like the promos were terrible. I didn't really care so much for the story. I was just like, eh. Like I was talking to Rob, and I was just like, yeah, like I don't know. It's just something about this match. Like I'm just like, I don't really
It's just like
care for it.
meh.
I'm not trying to shit on them.
No.
Like I just don't care for it much. But I am excited to watch the match, and the match was definitely a fun match to watch. I thought it was great. So,
Um, yeah, I fully agree with all that. Like pretty much the
mhm.
exact same. And I think honestly, the main reason that I think a lot of people didn't give a shit about that feud too much is because they really didn't have that much time to build. It was just like turn and then 2 weeks of like mediocre promos, and then it's like
Mhm.
match. So it was just like, all
Right.
right, like I think everybody's happy to have Trish back, but at the same time, it was just like, okay, this like kind of fucking came out of nowhere.
Mhm.
Um, but the next match was probably the match of the night as far as just like in ring goes.
Yeah.
And that was Gunther versus
Mhm.
Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
And dude, Mustafa Ali, he always puts on a fucking show. Like
Hmm.
whether he's and same thing with Gunther, obviously. But like I specifically want to talk about Mustafa Ali because he is one of the most underutilized talents in the company to me
Yeah.
because he already proved that he can actually do shit behind the mic and he can do stuff that's like actually entertaining outside of the ring too when he was shouldered with that dog shit retribution thing like he was even entertaining in that and the members of
Yeah.
retribution hated it like they hated being in it and he was still entertaining.
What a weird time.
Yeah, and like that
That
dude
was
talk
that
about a fucking fumble. Like
that was that during COVID or before COVID?
I think it happened like right when COVID started.
Yeah, so it was their fault. Okay.
Yeah, but
A
like
little suspicious.
well, like it was one of those things that like they could have done something cool with it, and then they just completely fucking flopped it. But when
Yeah.
they had Mustafa Ali come out as the head of it, that was like everybody was like, "Oh shit!" Like didn't see that coming. And then Mustafa Ali did a good job with it. And then outside of that, every time you would put him in the mat in a match, he puts on a banger. So like
Hmm.
you put him in there with Gunther, and it's like, you know, you got all the things like the size difference and the and like style difference and all these things. And of course Gunther's gonna win. Of course.
Yeah.
But Mustafa Ali really fucking held his own in that match. Like that was a
Hmm.
good match.
That was great. I enjoyed every part of it. The funny thing about that match was I don't know if I'm the only one who thought this, but when they were like, "Oh, Gunther versus Mustafa Ali," and I was just like, "Okay," like it was just
Yeah, everybody's kind of
randomly
like, all
real
right.
quick put together. But
Yeah.
also then you forget the fact that's the thing, like with Mustafa Ali, like you forget the fact that he was on the show for a long time and he was not barely used, and
Mm-hmm.
you forget how good he was. Like he debuted with the whole 205 live when that was going down. That's when he
Yep.
made a name for himself. And then you forgot all about that, but it was cool to see him versus Gunther. Um yeah, it was great. It was a fun match. That was probably my favorite match. I said it right away. I was like, this is a match of the night for me right now. And to be honest, out of all the matches on the card, it still is.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
definitely the best match of the night.
Fully agree.
Hmm.
We already talked about Rhea and Natalia. That was poor Natalia. But like,
Yeah.
but I will
Happy
say, man,
birthday.
yeah, right, dude. Jesus Christ. But Rhea Ripley came out looking like the hottest Cenobite ever, like just wearing head to toe, just like skin tight black leather. And I was wondering, like, kind of what she was going to come out as, but like, yeah, sure enough, she came out
Yeah.
in exactly what you would expect Rhea Ripley to come out with.
WWE tweeted the photo of her pinning Natalia, saying she just dominated Natalia, and I so badly wanted to say dominate me next.
Right. Yeah.
But I didn't want people coming at me like you horny motherfucker.
I'd just be
You
like,
know,
yeah,
it's
of
just
course. I'd be like,
I mean,
anybody
it's
looking
not
at
so,
that picture and not being horny, you're an idiot.
yeah. It's
That
just like
transcends
holy
that
shit.
completely transcends any fucking sexual preferences or of any kind. Like
Dude, it's not even about like, oh, she's a hot woman or whatever. It's just like I just want Rhea Ripley to beat the shit out of me at this point.
everybody
That's
does.
it.
Everybody does.
That's why we'll get off at. That's it.
She
Just
knows
fucking punch me in the face.
she knows what she's
Uh,
doing too, because like every time she comes onto a video and reads those thirst tweets and shit, it's hilarious.
yeah,
She knows
she
exactly
knows.
what's up.
You know,
She can
it's not even.
she can spit in my mouth in front of my grandparents. I don't care.
Yeah, that's what's the crazy part is. It's not even about penis and vagina, the classic. You know, it's not even about
The
that. Just
classic. The
it's just
OG.
smack. Yeah, just smack me in the face.
Yeah.
That's it.
Which I'm not even
At
like
the
I'm a
bare
dom.
minimum.
I'm a dom and I don't like I usually would never want that, but for whatever reason,
No,
yeah, she could smack me around.
I'm never that person, but like, please, someone dress up like Rhea and beat the shit out of me
Yeah, it's
because that's a
fucking
new thing I
such a
didn't
weird
realize I
it's such a
into.
specific fetish that I think so many people have now.
Yeah, I'll talk
Oh
about it in
man.
therapy next week or something. But
Right.
holy shit,
Dude, your therapist is gonna be like you, me too.
yeah,
Like both of us. Like,
you're like same.
yeah. But yeah, so Natalia got destroyed, and then the next match was the match that I thought was gonna be a steamroll, and it was not, and I was kind of shocked.
It's kind of dumb.
Yeah, like yeah, the booking was weird. It was Cody and Brock, and every single thing pointed to Brock just obliterating Cody, which is what should have
Right.
happened. Like
Mm-hmm.
you got Cody going in there with a quote unquote broken arm. Okay. You've
Mm-hmm.
got him having a cast on his hand. and it was supposed
Titanium.
to be a fight, and
Hmm.
like it was fucking competitive, like way too competitive.
Yeah, it was a lot of back and forth. It was a little weird. Here's the thing. I'm not a fan of Cody. I think he's annoying. Whatever. I thought the way he lost was weird. Obviously, you do too.
Yeah,
The thing they kept emphasizing the fact that his cast was titanium. The part of it was titanium over and over. So I was like, what are they going to do with that? Okay, maybe that's his chance. He'll use his cast on Brock. So maybe the right way if you're going to have Cody win the match, which he lost, but if you were going to book Cody to luckily win the match, he does something similar to Hell in the Cell where he wins, but he's in a lot of pain. And I thought maybe he'd use his cast over and over and over to the point where he's like crying in the ring in pain, but Brock Lesnar is also bloody and dead because you just murdered him with your titanium cast
yeah, with the
and you
titanium
won.
cast.
Yeah. um that would have been cool. I would have been okay with that. But they did that weird thing where Brock put Cody in the arm and he just passes out.
Right. So
But
here,
it's
okay,
like so
here's what
corny.
it's so corny. Here's my gripe about it. Like my biggest gripe about the way they pulled that off is like first off, if you're gonna have somebody like Brock Lesnar, who is a seasoned, very like fully has won championships as a professional fighter,
Hmm.
has actually legitimately broken people's arms with a Kimura. Somebody
Yes.
the size of Brock Lesnar putting a Kimura on you and actually doing it even halfway properly will
Hmm.
fuck you up 6 ways from Sunday. Okay. So you got Cody
Sunday.
coming in there, like doing this whole broken arm thing. And then he put him in the Kimura like 3 times, 3 separate times. He put the broken arm in the Kimura, and Cody just didn't tap out for any of those. And then the third time he put it on, he didn't even put it on that tight of a Kimura. He just rolled over into like a sitting Kimura. And then Cody just
Yeah.
fucking passed out. Like, and it wasn't even like you could say that it was whole passing out from the pain thing or whatever, kind of like, Stone Cold and Bret Hart with the I Quit match thing. But like he didn't even seem like he was in that much fucking pain. He just passed out, and then as soon as they pulled Brock off, he just woke right up and was just like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, like I lost the fight.
Hmm.
Shucks." And
Yeah.
I knew they were gonna have Brock win, and I knew it was gonna set up a rubber match, and I'm fine with that. But Jesus, the way they booked it was so weird because it kind of made
Yeah. It
Brock
was
look like a bitch too.
Yeah, I was okay with the first Kimura lock because Cody got to the ropes very quickly.
Sure,
So I was like, okay, cool.
but it's a fight.
That's fine.
Fuck the
Yeah,
ropes.
yeah, but also
Like
like if you're trying to get out because if he's putting you in a Kimura lock on your broken fucking arm, you're done.
you're tapping out
Uh
immediately.
right
Like
away.
there's no
So
question.
the fact that he for the first time he ran immediately, he got to the ropes and he had to let go. Cool. All
Right.
right, but after that, stupid, whatever. I don't care. I don't. It's just over all of it.
He also hit Brock in the head with a quote unquote titanium cast like 25 times.
Yeah,
Like to the
he
point
did
where
not
one of them
bust
he
open
not even
his
a little, yeah,
cut
dude.
once.
He hit him with it one time. There was one time after he hit him in the head like 7 times with it. One of the time, like he hit him with it on the last time, and then Brock kind of just looked at him and was just like, "Okay, I'm gonna F5 you now." Like
Yeah, I think
he was very much like "fuck you," like the word,
Yeah, I think he cut Brock's shoulder actually because his shoulder was bleeding randomly.
that's whatever. That was not. I wouldn't say it was a disappointing match, but it was definitely the weirdest match of the night.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was bad, but it was weird.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean it was fine for a match, but
Hmm.
what we really came for is the main event.
Yes.
Fuck me, did that pay off? That was
Hmm.
that was how you tell a story in the ring.
Yeah, dude. That's see, I want to just say this real quick. This is like my point where I was trying to say earlier with everyone. Yeah, everyone was not happy about what happened at Mania, but the fact that when this involving this, they're stretching everything out. I'd rather see every main event WWE pay-per-view. I'm not calling it a fucking premium live event.
Nope,
It's stupid.
nope.
Yeah.
We at Monday Nitro Party are anti-premium live event.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, if you're gonna stretch that, yeah, he Roman won. everybody was upset. But also, he's stretching out this whole bloodline shit, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm over it." And like, no, we're not now, right?
No.
Because now he's stretching this all out, and it's going to continue. He stretched it out to Backlash. He
Hmm.
stretched it out to now. He's going to stretch out to Money in the Bank. They're going to stretch it out to SummerSlam. Like,
Right.
this is what they're doing. He literally said this in a press conference, and everyone's just like, I want Cody to win, and that's it. And I
Right.
thought that was stupid. And everybody thought, like, yeah, again, it's all subjective, but at the same time, like, that was the greatest fucking ending in a while. Now you're excited to watch Raw and everything because it
Right.
just pretty much continues.
Yeah,
So,
and like so just to break it down for everybody, basically what happened is kind of what we had thought was going to happen, but the way that it played out was very cool. So
mm-hmm,
the match itself was solid, back and forth between, Kevin and Sammy and Roman and Solo. And like honestly, Roman got into the match a lot more than I expected. I kind of thought he was going to hang out on the side for a lot of it, and he didn't. It was pretty spaced out between him and Solo.
mm-hmm.
And then there was a pretty gnarly ref bump where Roman came in and he went to spear Sammy. Sammy moved out of the way and he
Yeah.
fucking split the referee in half. Um,
I'm sorry,
and
but I will never work as a referee in any Roman Reigns
fuck
match.
no, dude. He spears the shit out
Something
of those
always
referees.
happens to
Yeah.
him.
And Roman throws a good spear, man. He like it's a gnarly looking spear.
Mm-hmm,
So the referee was out, and then of course what we expected to happen was gonna happen. The Usos came in and
mm-hmm,
started doing a bunch of fuck shit and started like throwing hands on Sammy and Kevin and blah blah blah. But then the turn happened.
mm-hmm.
Then Roman got up and he was pissed and he was like, "What are you guys doing here?" Blah blah
Well,
blah.
also due to the fact that they accidentally kicked Solo in the face and they knocked
Right,
him out. That was,
right.
and then Roman saw that, and that's when he snapped at them.
Yeah, he started freaking out on him. He did the same
Mm-hmm.
thing he's been doing for the last couple of weeks, where he's pie facing him. And then finally, Jimmy fucking
Snuffing
had,
him.
yeah, dude, Jimmy had enough and he fucking super kicks Roman. And so here's the thing that like I love about this is that Jimmy and Jay both are very good at emoting what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And like you can see that Jimmy is frustrated. He's pissed. He's like, enough, I'm not going to be a little bitch. But then you can
Mm-hmm.
also see Jay kind of wrestling with the fact that it's like, this is my brother, but this is also, Roman. And I'm also sick of being a bitch, but also, what the fuck have we just done? Like,
Right.
like they know they fucked up. But
Mm-hmm.
also at the same time, now it's like, now it's a numbers game. Now it's 2-on-2. It's Roman and Solo against the Usos. And where's Solo going to come in on this? Eventually, Solo is going to turn on Roman, but now it's a
Mm-hmm.
question of when is that going to happen?
Yeah.
Which now I can't wait for that.
Exactly.
So they're playing this off really well, and that was the thing that caused the end of the match because then you got Kevin dropping Solo with the stunner into the
Mm-hmm.
haluva kick. Sammy gets the pin. Sammy gets his
Just
fucking
perfect.
moment. Yeah, of course it was. If
They
you're
don't
not
need
gonna
to
have
have a
if
yeah.
you're not gonna have Sammy win in Canada, having him win in Saudi Arabia, that's even bigger. That's an even bigger moment for him.
That was another thing that everybody was he should have won. They were in Canada. There's another show coming, and I had a feeling about Sammy for a while. I just nobody knew that he was gonna be there. And it paid off here. They're like, all right, let's not wait for Canada, but we can do it in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
That'd be cool. And that's what happened.
Yep.
Sometimes when you watch WWE, you gotta wait to see a
Yeah.
payoff. It's not gonna be something you think is gonna happen. It's not, you walk away from that and just let things happen. Because trust me, I think they are definitely going on a good direction in producing stories and content that's way better than what they have done in the last I don't know how many fucking
Got a
years.
long time. And the thing
Yeah,
about the
so
thing about WWE is that when they do it right, they do it very right. Like
yeah.
when they hit it, like when they do it properly, like it's untouchable. And I think with
Mm-hmm.
this, this storyline is going to keep going for a little while. I think probably the next pay per view is probably going to be Roman versus the Usos. I could see it
Yeah.
being him versus
Do
the Usos in a triple threat for the title.
Well, I was gonna say, do you think? Okay, I was gonna ask, do you think Sammy and Kevin are finally done with the bloodline, or you think it's gonna at least continue for one more?
I think that Sammy and Kevin are done with the bloodline in a major sense, but I
Mm-hmm.
think now they're going to fall back as just part of the instigation.
Okay.
So they're going to be the one that kind of pokes the bear and be like, "We fucking told you. We told you,
Yeah.
Roman. Like, this is what we said was going to happen. You know, it's over, right? Like, blah, blah, blah."
Mm-hmm.
But I think that now that the Usos have done this, I think that the next logical direction it's going to go is that it's
Mm-hmm.
either going to be Roman and Solo versus the Usos, which I don't think they're going to do that yet. I think it's going to be the Usos against him for the title. And I think it's going to be a triple threat. And I think it's going to be one of those things where they kind of like, double team him the whole fucking time. And then they have like a little, discrepancy between them. And that
Mm-hmm.
leads to Roman retaining the title. And then
Yeah.
ultimately, I think it's going to lead to Solo finally being the one that leaves because Roman's going to keep treating him like, like a fucking whipping boy, which is kind of what he treats Solo as right now. Solo knows, you can always see it in Solo's face that he knows that Roman would be fucked if Solo hadn't done whatever it was that he just did. You know what I
I
mean?
have a I have a question for you. This is something I thought of too when the show ended.
What's up?
Everyone's banking on WrestleMania 40, Cody versus Roman rematch for the title. Cody wins. Blah 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 blah. Right?
I don't think that's going to happen anymore, but
Right. Because the thing I'm thinking now is Roman versus Solo with the Usos
I think that
for the
match is
title.
gonna. I think that match is gonna happen. I don't know if that's gonna be a WrestleMania thing or if it's gonna be like a SummerSlam or a Survivor Series thing. I don't think
Hmm.
Solo is gonna win the title. What I
No.
do think, no, I don't think he's gonna win. I think the next person that's gonna, I think the person that's gonna dethrone Roman ultimately is gonna be Gunther. I think that's the
Yeah, that can
person they're
happen
gonna. I
too.
think that's gonna be the next person that they're willing to put the title on and let him run with it. Because if they put it
Yeah.
on Solo, it's going to be a quick turnaround. Like he will not hold the title for more than a month at most. Like that
Right.
type of thing. So if they do it, they could do it and like just to get the title off of Roman quickly, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think it's going to go I think that Gunther is going to have a title versus title match.
Yeah.
He'll win the title from Roman and then he'll give up the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, maybe like a Roman goes crazy. He goes, I want all the belts. I want the IC belt or some
Seriously,
shit.
I
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
kind of think he could try to become a belt collector.
Yeah. He
You
goes
know
crazy, but he's by himself. And then that's when he
exactly.
loses all of it.
And I mean, obviously, the last person that's going to leave him is going to be Paul Heyman, for sure.
Hmm.
Like obviously, Paul Heyman's going to stick with him until the very bitter end.
Yeah.
But
He's gonna go, I'm retiring, dude.
well,
Like
right.
I'm
However,
tired.
however this ends, there's going to be two things that happen at the end. Roman is going to pass the torch to somebody to carry it for quite a while, which I think is going to be Gunther.
Hmm.
And Paul Heyman is going to pick his new Paul Heyman guy. And I
Yeah.
don't quite know who that's going to be yet. That I don't know. But if we know anything about Paul, he knows how to pick them as long as their name is not Mike McGillicuddy. So like that's that's the
The
only that's the only
worst.
fumble that he had really. But
Yeah.
he knows how to fucking pick them though. So it's fuck maybe he might jump over and he might turn and be with Solo.
True.
That could possibly work, because
Hmm.
Solo doesn't really have a mouthpiece and he probably needs one. So,
Hmm.
but
All right.
yeah, all in all, I would say it was a successful pay per view. I think it was probably one of the best Saudi Arabia shows they've had, if
Definitely.
not the best. You know,
Hmm.
um,
I don't think there's
and
ever been a good Saudi Arabia show, to be honest with you.
I think most of them have been passable. They've been fine, but they've also,
Passable, but like good.
yeah, all of them have kind of felt like filler shows where it's just like, like we're just gonna do these matches and like fucking blah blah blah. But this one like actually had some stakes. There was some title
Hmm.
changes, there was storyline changes, and like I said, the main event was fucking phenomenal. So like
Yeah.
for what it was, that was great.
Hmm.
And yeah, so definitely I would say it's the best Saudi show. It makes me definitely interested in Raw coming up on Monday. Makes me more
Hmm.
interested in SmackDown because it's supposed to be the 1,000-day celebration of Roman Reigns' title reign.
I
So
didn't even know that.
now,
Okay.
now what the fuck's gonna happen on that? So that's when I was expecting the Usos to turn on him. That's
Yeah.
when I was expecting that. So now that this has happened at the pay per view, I don't know, man. Friday's gonna be real interesting then.
Yeah.
So I'm super into that. And then tomorrow we have NXT Battleground, which
Yeah, that's fine.
it's fine. Like I haven't like it
We
sucks
also
too.
have, I have to plug this Shadow Wrestling Alliance on Fight TV. We also
Fuck
have
yeah,
that.
we do.
That's a
Dude,
We
we
have
have a
so much
lot of
wrestling
wrestling.
this
We have a
weekend.
lot of wrestling this weekend. Like,
And your boy is joining commentary on that show.
mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
obviously, not only I'm plugging it for that, it's actually a sick card. Uh,
We
a
got a
lot of
Monday
people are
Nitro
coming to.
Party representation on this card.
Yeah, man, we're gonna do. Obviously, I'm shout everybody out on there. But it's gonna be a fun show. The card is sick. It's on Fight TV. If you have Fight Plus, you can watch that on there. It's gonna be dope. It's an early show. You can watch that before Double or Nothing. Also, if you order Double or Nothing and you live in the New York City area, please let me know because I'm still trying to find a place to watch it. If
Oh
not,
yeah,
I am
fuck.
gonna watch it my way, and it's usually the bad way. But yeah.
It's not the bad way. You're just gonna watch it in the Pirates of Caribbean way. Like, like
Yeah. Yeah,
no.
I'd like to at least feel good about not doing that. But
um,
yeah, dude, we got Double or Nothing on Sunday, and that's gonna be dope, I hope.
yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I do want to mention this because I know you don't watch it, but I'm sure that some of the listeners do.
I'm gonna
Um,
watch it as soon as we're done, actually.
the
I
thing
think
I'm
I know
talking
it's
about, yeah, talking
Impact.
about, yeah. So I want to,
Yeah.
I do want to shout this out specifically. I have not been sold on Steve Macklin ever, like in any way, shape, or form. Him as the champion, I did not give a flying fuck about. I will tell you right now that the way he got busted open in that main event is gnarly. And also, it gave me all the respect in the world for him.
Mhm.
So, you know what? Shout out to Steve Macklin for doing what he did.
Yeah.
And the card was cool. Like, it's honestly, the card is cool. And I think you'll probably enjoy it, even if you're not a huge Impact fan. It was a solid show.
I
But
saw clips of it, and yeah, I gotta watch it.
yeah, the
So
main event's wild. But
Mhm.
yeah. So there's that. And yeah, so tomorrow, gotta tune into Shadow. Gotta
Yeah.
tune into Shadow. Watch NXT if you want, but like,
What time is NXT tomorrow?
I don't fucking know. To be honest with you, I forgot that it was tomorrow.
I'm
I thought it
gonna
was. I thought it was actually going to be
it's not.
on today.
I kind of wish it was in Saudi Arabia because then
No,
we
but
can
it is
watch it
going to be.
earlier.
It's actually going to be in Lowell,
I love
Massachusetts. So
Lowell. Oh
Lowell.
shit. Oh wow. No, because you know what's funny? I love early fucking pay-per-views.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
great.
if you think people are gonna watch this at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night, it's okay. I can't wait to see who actually shows up to this.
Seriously though, dude, like, why would you put that up against Double or Nothing on Memorial Day weekend? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Yeah, they were
Like,
like,
come
"Oh,
on.
we." That's the thing. Like they said something like, "Oh, we just thought of doing something for Memorial Day weekend," you know, and I'm like, AEW does that. AEW does that on Memorial Day weekend. They do a pay per view on Labor Day weekend.
And
You know this.
they're
Stop.
also having
Like,
problems selling tickets to it because it's on the fucking Memorial Day weekend. Like,
yeah. It's like, no, dude, everybody's watching Double or Nothing. That's what that's what everyone's doing. Whether you
yeah.
hated AEW like Goots, it's just you're gonna watch it.
I
And
know we
that's
give
what's
good
happening
shit, but there's a
tomorrow.
lot of people that hate AEW. There's a
Yeah.
lot. There's a
And you still
vocal.
watch it.
Yeah, of course.
I'll watch Battlegrounds maybe on Monday. Monday's the perfect day to watch Battlegrounds because we're all home.
Right.
And yeah.
I'll
So
probably end up watching Battleground late tomorrow night because I have insomnia. And I am interested
mhm.
in a couple of matches. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna end it on a little bit of hate though.
Yeah, do it.
Dude, I am so past giving any semblance of a fuck about Braun Breaker. Like, they've still got him in the fucking main event like
Oh
situation,
God.
and I have not seen a more boring top person in the longest time. Like, dude, he's like a fucking Voltron of washed up wrestlers into a
Mhm.
new guy. Like, he's Braunberg. Like, it's fucking terrible. And why he has no fucking personality as a heel either. Like, if he
Yeah.
would have been a heel, like, and they would have actually given him some shit to work with, maybe he would have been able to show some personality. But he's
Mhm.
literally just doing Goldberg just as an asshole. Like, that's so
Yeah,
he's
I
being
don't
like
care for
he's being
him.
real Goldberg. But like,
Is it
it's fucking dumb. It is so dumb.
I agree. Is
They
Gigi on the card?
Gigi's on the card, and she's doing a steel
Hell
cage
yeah.
match. Wait, fuck, is she doing the steel cage?
What?
She's either doing a steel cage match at the pay per view, or she's doing it next week on NXT.
All right,
Um,
we'll find out in like 10 minutes. But yeah.
Either way, Gigi's coming up soon, and I fucking love Gigi. So,
I love GG too. We touch butts.
yep, you did
I'll
touch
never
butts.
forget.
And I will always shout out to Gigi's butt, man. She talks about it too. Like somebody was kind of funny. Somebody on Twitter was like, they were like, you gained a little bit of weight and your ass got fatter. She's like, yeah, and you fucking love it. They were like, well, I fucking love her. She's awesome.
Yeah, I hope one day we end up meeting. I feel like somehow I'm gonna meet Gigi again, like actually meet her. And
not just do a
yeah,
a
just be like, hey, what's up? I'm Josh. Instead of just accidentally walking by each other at the bar and her butt touches my butt, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is like
when you actually
the
meet
mega
her,
powers.
You do have to actually bring it up and be like, hey, we actually touched butts. Like,
yeah, we touched butts
like,
one time. Like, want to take a picture doing that?
Yeah,
just do that. But no,
she probably
cool.
fucking would too. She probably would
cool. Yeah, she's cool as shit. From what I, but yeah, man.
So a lot of wrestling this weekend, but yeah, Night of Champions was dope. If you were on the fence about watching it, I know that we gave you all the results, but fucking watch the event. Like it's worth watching.
Definitely worth watching. Yeah,
worth watching. Even if you know the winners, it's still very much worth watching. So,
100%.
anything else? Anything else you want to shout out, Josh?
Yeah, Shadow. That's tomorrow. Fight. My show at Pine Box. We're back this Friday, 9 p.m. Tickets are going again because we've created a monster. If you can come out on a Friday night, watch some great comedy, please do. Go on Eventbrite, get a free RSVP. They're almost gone. I have a job interview Friday. Wish me luck.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's in the company, but it's like whatever. If I don't get it, whatever. I still have a job.
Right.
But it's kind of cool. And nice. Yeah, I don't know. I did my first roast battle last week.
That was your first one? Oh, I didn't know that was I didn't know you were
that was my first
roast
one.
Battle cherry. Oh
yeah, man. That was my first one. YouTube Comedy Fight Club. I did that. That was my first one and my last. I'm retired, undefeated. Because who cares? And I don't know. That's it.
You'd never be able to cut it in roast battles with that kind of resolve. Yeah. How dare you?
Yeah, it's all dumb. It's all stupid.
It's too super dumb. Like I have my record is 7-1, and every time I do a roast battle, every single time at the end of it, I'm like, it's so stupid. I just called somebody. I just literally just called somebody a cunt for 15 minutes. Like that's all.
Honestly, I did. Yeah, honestly, because. All right, I'll say this real quick about the roast battles. I don't care if I win or whatever. It's just about having fun. I feel like should be the thing, not trying to win. And I feel like with this first one, me and Maya Klausner, a very funny comedian, we should have tried to meet up, I think, to write for each other to make it great, the whole thing great. I wish we would have did that, but we didn't. But it was still a fun time. I think if I ever do a roast battle again, honestly, I know there's another comedian, Rebecca Kaplan. She's awesome. I know we're supposed to do one. Besides that, I'm not really interested unless you're a close friend of mine, to be honest with you.
So what Josh is saying is that he and I are going to do a roast battle against
Monday
each other.
Nitro Party roast battle. I'll push it to Matt. We'll do it. Yeah, dude, if it's you or anybody I'm close to, I'll do it. Besides that, I do not care.
Let's be really honest. If you and I roast battle each other, it's going to be like a spit roast. Like it's just,
dude,
it's going to be two pigs fucking rotating across the fire. Like it's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun though. My one lone loss to the roast battles was to a very funny comedian who wiped the fucking floor with my ass, and that was Micah Fox. So
she's great.
Micah rules, and she fucking destroyed me. And I've never been happier in defeat because I was like, she fucked my world up. But yeah, dude, definitely check out all Josh's stuff. Check out Shadow. Check out his show at Pine Box. Do all those things. If you're interested,
check out your stuff.
Interested in what I'm doing on the 22nd of June is the next Traumedy Hour show at the Tiny Cupboard. That's 7:00, fourth Thursday of every month. If you're into horror, follow my horror podcast, another goddamn horror podcast, over on Instagram. It's AGHP666. Same on Twitter. And we're going to be talking to Uwe Boll pretty soon. Ooh. And if you guys know anything about Uwe Boll,
Wow.
He is somebody who does not hold back when he talks about shit or in anything that he does. He has made some of the worst video game adaptations known to humankind, and he is very open about that fact, which I cannot wait to talk to him about it.
So
And
proud.
he rules. One of my friends just did an interview with him. I listened to it and watched it. Man, for somebody who got as much shit in his career as he did, that dude rules. So I can't wait for that
Mhm.
show.
Nice.
And yeah, so check those things out. We have a new episode every week out from the horror podcast. So if you're into horror,
Mhm.
that's what you should do. And also because I am a person who collects physical media, I want to throw this out here. If you've never seen this movie, it's called The Ichi the Killer. That
Ooh,
is one of the coolest
covers dope.
one of the coolest like serial killer movies. It's a serial killer like horror thriller. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend checking it out. You can find it on a couple of different streaming services. So
Nice.
yeah.
And we
Um
will be back with a new episode Wednesday because we are
yes,
back in the studio Tuesday. We'll be going over Double or Nothing
we will be.
with
And also Raw.
our yeah.
Memorial Day Raw. See what
Mm-hmm.
happens
It's
with
gonna
that.
be fun. We're gonna go over all of it.
Yep. So we're gonna be back on a more regular basis here now that some shit has kind of settled finally. And
Mhm.
so we will be back in your regular podcast rotation. Um
Yes.
in the
And
meantime,
yeah.
just check us out on all the socials. Josh, what's all of our socials?
It's a link tree, everything. Monday Nitro Party.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up there. My website has a social. I think my website has the Monday Nitro Party podcast on it.
You went a little Boston there. Monday Nitro Patty.
Potty podcast because I'm thinking of something else. Oh, this is what I wanted to say real quick. If you want to cash at me at $ Josh Alba, so I could pay for Zoom, Adobe Premiere Pro, and to keep all the podcasts up because that's literally $60 right there. Um,
It is.
yes, please. I need money to keep the shit going. So
Yeah.
please, if you feel generous, yeah, cash at me something.
Eventually
That's
we'll
all.
do a Patreon where like if you don't
Yeah.
pay us enough money, we'll send you pictures of our tits or something. So
Yeah,
like,
I'm
it's
down.
just
I'll put mayonnaise on me all over
the
my
whole
body.
thing, whatever it
Whatever
is you
you're
want to do.
into.
Yeah.
I'll take pictures of my feet, whatever.
Yeah. You want me to drink a glass of cum? I'll make some
Yeah.
cum. Like
All
it's
right. All right.
fine.
I'm not doing that.
You
That's
don't?
a
It's
little
just easy. It's egg whites and Greek.
no.
It's egg whites and Greek yogurt. Like
Oh,
it's
god
fucking
damn
easy.
it. You gave it away.
Yeah,
Should have told me this before. I'd be like, yeah, we'll drink our cum
yeah, we'll do it right now.
together.
Yep. So yeah, send us money so that we don't have to do that.
Yes, please. We'll do a Patreon sometime this week, I think. We'll set it up this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So in the meantime, keep watching wrestling, keep supporting wrestling, support the indies. Fucking support the indies. Seriously,
Yes.
WWE and AEW have a lot of money. Keep watching them for sure. But if you're gonna pay money for some shit, pay money for the indies.
Yes.
They need the money. So
Stars of
that's where your
Tomorrow.
fucking cash should go to. So
Go to the
um
shows, buy their merch.
fuck
You
yes.
never know who's going to be on WWE or AEW. You'll be their
Please, like
friend and they'll get you
seriously buy
tickets.
the merch. Like that's I want to say that like real quick before we do leave. Like if you are gonna go to an indie event, buy the fucking merch. That helps them so much. The
Yeah,
wrestlers and
you
stuff,
can make some money.
it really helps. So like legitimately, even that's the same thing with comedy, but specifically for indies, man, fucking buy the merch. So all right. Well, this has been a fun one,
Yeah.
guys. Night of Champions ruled. Go watch it. We will see you guys next week. You guys are awesome. And this has been a Monday Nitro party.
Bye.
Later.